Good morning, Sagittarius. Welcome back to Tarot with Kat. I'm Kat. This is the weekly reading for Sagittarius for the week of November 24th through December 1st. I'm here every Monday doing weekly tarot readings for all the fire and earth signs, and every Wednesday morning doing weekly readings for all the air and water signs. So welcome or welcome back. If you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe. The first 500 get a free membership when I open my member section. All right, so for this week, Sagittarius, the planet energy for you is the sun is coming into your sign now. Sun is now in Sagittarius, which is going to boost exploration and faith, and we need to just embrace new horizons right now is what we're doing. Now let's see what the tarot has to say, Sag. This is the reading for Sagittarius for the week of November 24th through December 1st. I'm using the Centennial Smith-Waite deck, which I've linked in the description to this video, along with a lot of other useful information, as well as biblical parallels to this tarot reading, which I do for specific family and friends. So let's get you here, Sagittarius. We're none of those. We are, this week, Two of Pentacles. Crossing us as our challenge, I say our because I'm also a Sagittarius. Happy early birthday to all you Sages. With birthday coming up, I'm at the very end. I'm on the cusp of Capricorn. I'm also a Capricorn moon and Cancer rising. We're going to do a traditional Celtic Cross spread, which I find is what works best for these general readings. This is just your sun reading for Sagittarius. At the end of this video, I'll link my November video, Sun, Moon, Rising. Do check it out, and you might want to check the other readings for your moon and your rising signs as well. We're being crossed by our challenge obstacle awareness by the Queen of Swords. Down in our subconscious tool shed, what we're bringing with us is the Six of Pentacles. We're stepping out of in our immediate past, a Nine of Wands. Crowning us in our ideal here is a beautiful, another six, a beautiful Six of Cups. We like those sixes. Stepping into the immediate future, first week of December, is a King of Wands. In our environment, we are feeling this week like this Four of Cups. Our environment around us is giving us this Queen of Cups. In our hopes and fears sector, we've got this Seven of Wands. And as our final potential outcome, the Hierophant. Interesting potential outcome. So we're going to pull one more card here from my holographic Rider-Waite deck, which will be further, it'll either be confirmation or further clarification of this reading is often what it is. So we're going to check that out right now. And we will keep this card hidden until the very end of our reading. Think you have a guess what it is, do pop a comment in the comment section below. Okay, so we are going to get into this reading here, Sagittarius. This week, we are being represented by this Two of Pentacles. So this is Pentacles or health, wealth, finances, and twos are juggling. We're doing a juggling act. We're trying to figure out how we're going to manage the different things. You know, the work, the school, the bills, is this week. Figuring those things out, juggling those things. We've also got the water in the background on that card with the up and down waves kind of. So there might be some, I don't know, just little waves and things that we have to cope with and deal with to juggle these things this week. Because we're being crossed as our challenge obstacle or awareness by a Queen of Swords or Queen of Swords energy. So the Queen is the court card in charge of the past, in charge of healing the past and looking toward the past and nurturing the past so we can grow from it, learn from it, move forward. And so swords have everything to do with ideas, thoughts, reasoning, thinking, higher education. So with the Queen of Swords crossing us, I feel like it's telling us to mind like our thoughts, like how we think about ourselves, how we've thought about things in the past. We're healing that now. She relies on reason and logic and is the queen, and she values that. And so as we're juggling all this stuff, we're being challenged by this Queen of Wands energy of having to tend to our thoughts about think about what we've experienced so that we can grow from it and move forward. I believe is why that's crossing us. Okay. Down here in our subconscious tool shed, what we're bringing with us is this gorgeous Six of Pentacles, which is a card of giving back. It's a card of reaching a level of success where you're able to help others, where you're able to, give back to the world, or, hire people who need a job, or, just give to charity. This give to charity is really important. I have set up automatically as automatic withdrawal on my account every month at charities that are important to me, because this is also an energy thing that's really important to understand. And in order to start receiving, you have to give, and it gets that flow going and that energy going, and it grows. So, but you do have to give to get. And we are doing that. We've got that. We're bringing that with us in our subconscious tool shed as part of us. That energy, that generous energy. And we're stepping out of, in our immediate past, some exhaustion. We're having come to an end of a cycle, an end of a bunch of stuff, and you've just had so much to deal with and so much to do that you feel exhausted. Maybe you have not been balancing out all the areas of your life and taking that self-care, and so your body's run down, and as you're dealing with things, you're feeling really exhausted. We're stepping out of that from November and beginning of November. And that makes sense because of what we had going on with the planets, with all those planets and pulling back into retrograde and forcing, and Uranus bringing up things that would just popped out of nowhere and making us deal with things that we haven't thought about. And I can understand that feeling of exhaustion. I'm feeling it coming out of November, but that's ending, and we're coming into Sag season, and it's so powerful this year, this particular Sag season, because of things that have never gone on in our human history for Sagittarius. So we're stepping out of the wands of exhaustion in the beginning of November. Crowning us is this gorgeous Six of Cups, which again, this is celebrations. This is also reunions. It's family. It's generational love, family get-togethers, reconnecting with old friends, loved ones. It's happiness, and especially familial love and celebration. In our crowns, we have a 6 beneath, a 6 above us, and that's beautiful. That's just beautiful. As we're juggling and crossed by the 6 of Swords. So Pentacles below, Cups above, juggling some Pentacles, but crossed by the Queen of Swords as our awareness. Stepping into the immediate future, King of Wands energy. So because it's a general reading, I feel like this is the energy that we're going to be confronted with or stepping into in the first week of December. And King of Wands, he's all about the future, facing the future and building new future. And Wands are all about passion, following your passions, following your dreams. And he's secure, and I think this is us, Sag. We want to now, stepping into our future, we are going to be charging forward with pursuing our passions and our dreams. And remember that the tarot is genderless. So just because it's a king doesn't mean the queens are kind of backward facing. They deal with the past. They're helping us deal with the past so we can gain our wisdom from it and move forward. And the kings are about facing forward and making forward progress. So we're stepping into that forward progress energy. We're stepping out of, crossing us now, having been forced to think about that Swords. Think about the things in our past. Think about the decisions we've made and choices we made and why we made them. Think about and forgive ourselves for having made them when we were a different person and not healed and not, maybe even too young to have, anyway. Forgive ourselves. So that's what we're doing right now, because we're stepping into this king, this forward facing, pursuing our passions. I kind of love that progression. We're feeling in our environment this week very much like this 4 of Cups. Like, you know what? This isn't good enough anymore. This is a cup. This is a... 4s are stability, but they're very low. They're very low on the totem pole. They're just initial stability, and don't be too comfortable there, because you want so much more. You're worth so much more. And this cup, he's sitting there and he's going, no, I don't think what you're offering is good enough. Now, depending on where it comes up in a spread and what kind of spread it is, it can be a warning about not having gratitude. But in your case, Sag, I do not feel that. I feel like you are feeling like, not a sense of ingratitude, because we know it's how important it is to have gratitude, but a feeling like you want more and you want to achieve more, and what you've had is no longer good enough for you. Your environment is giving you this Queen of Cups card. So here she is. Cups are all, though, about feelings and emotions. And so she's about trusting your intuition and thinking about the past from a heart perspective, from an emotional perspective, doing emotional healing, not just healing in cognitively. Like, you know how you can know something here, but still feel the pain in here, you know? She is about also addressing that, about addressing the emotional healing. And so I see emotional healing going on in your environment this week, and having to trust your intuition. Your hopes and fears, and I think it's a fear, is this Seven of Wands, of having to battle these things coming at you from all directions, and having to fight for what you want and what you know. But remember, you're above it. He's above it all. This is no big deal. You've got this. You might, have people who don't see your vision, or don't, or that you have to cut loose. And so it's okay. You've got this. Don't fear having to fend off sometimes things that don't serve you. Final potential outcome is the Hierophant, which is our 5th major arcana, and that's interesting. So 5s are kind of always a little off balance, and he has everything to do with social groups, social norms, social networks, your church groups, your PTA groups, your school groups, your work groups, and the social contracts in those groups. And so I'm very interested in why. I feel like for you, Sag, stepping into this passion you're going to be following in your future, that's going to be really important. The social network, your social groups, social norms is going to be somehow really important for you moving forward and getting past, moving on to achieving whatever this dream is. You've already got these 6s, but you have a 5 as a potential outcome. So I feel like maybe could also be that you're going to have some social groups stepping in who maybe are a challenge, perhaps, to you, trying to maybe pull you back. Because you've got it. The reason I'm saying this is because of the 5, and it's major arcana, and it's major energy, and it's sort of, I don't want to say pulling you back, but it can be difficult, and keep you, those social connections and bonds can keep you bound to one place. And so you're already got the 6s here, and you've got this 5 popping up. So I feel like you might feel a pull from some of these social networks and groups of yours. Not sure how, not sure in what way, not sure if that is something as a click into that, because they're important also. No man is an island. We're all connected. So no man is an island. We're all connected. So it's a huge challenge card, which is why it's so off balance. But yeah, so let's see. I would love more clarification about that Hierophant card, about the progression of that or something. So let's see what our clarification card is. Another Queen, a Queen of Pentacles. Look at all the Queens. And you've got a Queen of Pentacles. So again, in your career, considering, nurturing your money, looking back and healing, like what you've done in the past, like taking care of that. You've got all this Queen energy, which is like soaking up knowledge and wisdom from your past on a financial, health, wealth, logic, reason, spiritual, intuitive level, because you've got almost all the queens. The only queen that we don't have here is the Queen of Wands, because you're the King of Wands. As far as Wands goes, you're stepping into forward progress as far as pursuing your passions, moving forward in Sag season. So what a cool reading, Sagittarius. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, if you're still listening, please hit that thumbs up. It helps the channel so much. Check out my Sun, Moon, Rising video. If you don't know your Moon and Rising signs, check that out, and then maybe check out your Moon and Rising readings. And I hope to see you back next week. Thanks. See you soon, Sag.